I believe you were sent a letter today. Some of our high school basketball and track athletes created and signed. And I would like to read that for the public as well. To the members of the South Harrison School Board, we are speaking on behalf of our teacher and coach, Rob Murawski. As players, we see firsthand how good of Coach Murawski is on a daily basis. Mr. Murawski is no longer involved in South Central basketball. Track and programs will suffer. He was given these positions to help rebuild the programs. The past few years may have been rough, but it has nothing to do with Coach Murawski's skill as a coach and his mentor. Murawski needs more time with our programs to help reach his potential. Mr. Murawski is an excellent coach with good morals, as well as superb coaching philosophy. He is committed to South Central and his athletic success. Mr. Murawski has a unique chemistry with his players, of which no previous coach at South Central has had. It is our hope that the school board agrees with the students' point of view and votes to keep Rob Murawski as our basketball and track coach. Sincerely, Alex Wiseman, Logan Carter, Kyle Pease, Damian Glaze, Jaron Decker, Colin Kendall, Tyler Hutchison, Ryan Weems, Michael Willett, Jason Boston, Tyler Schiffcar, Aaron Schweizberger, Jacob Burton, Mark O'Connell II, Ethan Foreman, Tim Tanner, Dylan Suits, Chris Pearson, Nick Suits, Sam Cunningham, Nick Bennett, Matt Rowe, Josh Sams, Brandon Mathis. That is from the athletes. And I know there's a lot of people who complain about Coach Murawski. There's a lot of people who complain about all of you. A lot of people complain about me. There's a lot of people that complain. And things don't always go like we like. I know one thing. When our basketball team this year was 3-17, facing a ranked Corp team and a ranked Lanesville team, the days of practice leading up to those games, and in those games, those players gave everything they had every day. They played two teams that were significantly better than them. They competed in each game as hard as they could. When I asked Coach Murawski to come here years ago, and I was the athletic director. I was his AD. I was his assistant coach this year. And I was because I saw a change he had made in other programs. Not wins and losses. Everybody wants to win every game. We all know that. Every athlete that has ever played wants to win every game. Every coach that ever coached wants to win every game. But there is a change in attitude. We have the largest basketball program, boys basketball teams that we've had in a long time. We have the largest boys track team right now that we've had in a long time. The kids support him, they love him, they want him to be their coach. The only thing I can ask is that if you're going to vote against him to remove $12,000 to $13,000 in a man's salary that you would take from him, his wife, and his two daughters, that you would at least have the courtesy to explain to him why. And I think the boys say everything else I can say. Thank you.
Obviously, my husband used to be athletic director. We know what happened with that. I think that there seems to be a pattern here. I think that if you're going to vote someone out, especially if it's a teacher, based on their record of wins and losses, then the chances are that you're going to need to replace a lot of South Central coaches, be lay coaches or teachers. Because if you look at the winning records at South Central coaches, then let's be honest. Look at them. Mr. Murawski is not the only losing record coach, to be honest. The only difference is there's a history with our basketball coaches. Everyone in the community knows that if you have a problem with the coach, all you need to do is contact your local school board member. I just hope that there would be a change, and I hope that you'll take that into consideration and vote your conscience.
Items 62, 63, and 64, I'll pick at this time, has to do with boys varsity basketball coach, boys Saturday basketball coach, and boys summer sports camp basketball coach. motion to terminate employment on those positions,
62, 63, and 64.
on those three items, 62, 63, 64. Is there a second?
Discussion.
All right.
Discussion, please. Board President, I want to know how this got on our agenda, for what reason,
It was asked to be put on the agenda
by who,
by Mr. Brown.
and for what reason.
You'd have to have Mr. Brown.
Mr. Brown? What reason?
I've had a number of people contact me and want this on the agenda, because if we don't act on this, it'd be too late to see, to get somebody to move the signature. That's not very.
What are the reasons for termination? What are the reasons why you recommend termination?
I'm not going to comment.
Well, I think as a board, we need to have some reasons why we want to terminate somebody. Is this a recommendation, Dr. Clark, is it a recommendation by either the athletic director or the principal or the superintendent?
This is privilege of the board.
Well, before I make any recommendation for termination, I need good reasons to support to terminate somebody.
Are there any other comments?
It's about something.
Because first of all, I'm sorry,
Well, we have a motion on the floor at this time.
because I wanted to know whether or not we have bad evaluations of him. Do we have bad evaluations and so forth to look at and so forth? Mrs. Flood?
We need a second on this, and then we'll open it up for each
Oh, okay, I jumped the gun, I apologize.
Did you second it?
No, he said he seconded it.
He didn't.
I didn't second it.
I'll second.
Okay, seconded by Ray. So we have a motion second, then discussion.
Okay. Do I have to repeat it all over again?
If I may, Dr. Gonzalez, talking about individual performances in public session would not advise it. That's something that you would normally do in terms of an individual performance-based review is done in executive session. You would not want to bring them to public discussion.
Dr. John, did you get an agenda just like the rest of us?
I sure did, but there's nothing on here to specify what
Yeah,
the...
but you could have contacted the superintendent to find out.
Well, you know, what's interesting is that I think I would rather, if something was put on the agenda, maybe the president of the board could have contacted us and let us know what's going on. Because I have a feeling several board members knew what was going on the agenda, and a couple of us didn't know.
Well, you know, you got an agenda, you can call him, he's got a phone number, look.
I think we've discussed this for about 2 years now, when you've been on the board. So it's not something that just popped up all at once.
True, but before you terminate anybody, I think you need good reasons to do it. And I'm afraid, my personal opinion is I'm afraid as a board, we don't have good reasons to do it. That's my opinion.
Dr. Clark has sat in many meetings with me with Mr. Marshall, Pedro Connor. We've sat in meetings discussing this.
Couple of
Apparently, Dr. Clark, hasn't this been brought up for 3 years now?
Somebody made a mention earlier that you're always going to have somebody who doesn't like it. And you're always going to have some parents who are going to call you as board members to complain about one thing or another. And I usually tell them, go up your chain of command, go to your principals, or even up to your superintendents. Our job is policy. You've got to let, like I said, last 3 years I've been saying this, you've got to let people do their job. And I don't have anything in front of me to tell me why we should terminate a coach.
Any other discussion? Okay, ready for the vote? Then all in favor to terminate? 4, opposed? 2, motion carried. Item number 65, boys varsity track coach, 2010-2011. motion to approve, boys varsity track coach. Is there a second? Second by Ray. All in favor? 6-0.